Good morning, Facebook. Good morning, Twisted Threads. Good morning, YouTube. All of the places y'all already know. Instagram. I'll probably try to post you on there too. So it's Wednesday. Good morning. I know we probably in many areas have more reports of rain and things to come around. So you all know I get on here. I put what the title is so that we can know what the deal is. Brother. Love you. And today's title is Victor or Victim. Yes, sis, I got my package. Thank you. Love you. We get to decide. We get to decide. Are we the victim or the victor? And so I had some situations where it was like I'm trying to understand, when I get people in my life and when people I can't even say like when they don't like me, but when I have sort of like a conflict or something that needs to happen with people, I'm that person who I like pull myself back and I'm like, okay, so how can what can I adjust on my side to be able to make this a better situation? And sometimes it's work, sometimes it's family, because, some of y'all watching right now might get on my nerves at some point. God bless you in that endeavor. But when it comes to being able to say, well, I'm the victim, somebody talking bad about me, be like, they talking bad about me. What am I going to do? It's not a lot of times that we need to. Sylvia, I need a check-in, girl. Love you. Good morning. But when things happen, we got a choice. We could remain the victim in the things and being like, why are these things happening to us? Or do we take the time and say, okay, let me pull back and see, is it anything that I could do differently? Was something misinterpreted? Sometimes misunderstanding. I love it because I'm not going to just say here in North Carolina because I know it's worldwide, but a lot of times when people get upset, it's almost like, well, we can't find a solution. We are grown. We get the opportunity to what? Have discussions. We can disagree. Your view is your view. My view is my view. It's all good. But in our differences of views, we're humans and we want to live in this world as humans together. That means that, we got to check ourselves if we start going into a victim mentality. And I'll tell you what the benefits are of being in a victim mentality. Yeah, they're benefits. Nothing is ever your fault. You don't have to take accountability for anything that's going on in your life. You don't have to take responsibility for changing situations in your life. So when we say ignorance is bliss, that's also one of those things. When you're the victim, people do things to you. No one ever does anything for you. And you will find there's a litmus test for you to do to try to understand, well, do I speak and treat my life as if I'm a victim or victor? If you say, well, they did, and this is that way because of this. Yes. If you can't agree to disagree, thanks sis, there's no way for you to move. See, the thing is, every day, God gives us an opportunity to either be the same version of ourselves or be a better version of ourselves. And so if we decide to not be a better version of ourselves, it's our choice. Like there may or may not be a consequence. You get to stick with the benefits of no accountability, no responsibility. Everything is somebody else's fault. But here is the challenge. You usually miss out on happiness. You miss out on pure peace and joy. Because if you're always blaming somebody else for the sum of your personal choices, then odds are you're not living your best life. Your best life is you making decisions that make you happy. Is you making decisions that give you peace. Is you making decisions that bring joy not only to your life, but literally that it gets multiplied in other people's lives. And so the challenge that we have each and every day is, am I the victim or the victor? So as I mentioned, I had some things and Jersey came out, okay? And I was like, ooh, Jesus. And I had to pray because everybody ain't ready for that version of me. And I love it because in this life, I don't have to be her. It was funny because I went and I bought a new bed over the weekend and the salesman was from East Orange. And I'm like, oh, and we talked about East Orange and he was like one of the first classes that graduated from the East Orange campus. And we talked about, we always had thought about what was the issue when the schools merged. Like we thought that would be pandemonium and he explained all that to us. But look, He then said, Miss Sims, make sure that you get such and such, because sometimes our drivers and our delivery people, they may be a little bit and he didn't want to say it. I was like, lazy. And he was like, yes. So you make sure that they set up that bed for you and that they do the things that they need to do. And I was like, and he was like, and you call me if you have a problem. I was like, I did tell you where I was from, right? I told you I ain't from here, right? He was like, oh yeah, you're going to be all right. You're not going to have no problems. And sure enough, we ain't had no problems. Every now and then you got to let people know I'm equipped. I know how to handle this. And so they could come to my house. And that was very nice. We didn't have any problems. We had some Chris Brown looking dude come deliver my bed. And I want to take a video for my niece. I started to call her down and be like, girl, you ain't gonna believe this dude. Anyway, everything, all of this was in one day. I thought I was going to have to set up for delivery. But because I put in my mindset when I woke up that morning, I'm going to buy a bed. Now, look, the Lord blessed me that I didn't buy one bed. I bought two. So, yeah, people could come by. Look, the man was like, you need a luxury bed? No, I don't need no luxury bed. I need a bed for them to sleep on, and I need a bed for them to miss their own bed within a couple of days. Why? So they could get out and go home. I love y'all, but this is a drive-through spot, okay? Back on task. Okay. We are equipped to win. We are equipped to win. We are equipped to win. Think about that. Think about that. If you're equipped to win and you're not winning, it's time for you to reevaluate your position. It's time for you to reevaluate your station. It's time for you to reevaluate the friendships that you have. Doesn't mean that we diss everybody and cut everybody off, but perhaps, maybe we didn't go through that cycle of agree to disagree, or we didn't say, I'm equipped to do this particular thing in that area. But if you set yourself up with the mindset of I'm a winner, look, Muhammad Ali was a winner. Not because he won fights, but because of his attitude before he got in that ring. People would be ready to pass out because it's like, oh my goodness, he got so much energy. He gonna beat me up. George Foreman, he had presence. When he stood up, you knew that he was there. And it was like, whoa, like that dude thick. I might, I'm gonna have to make sure that my bows is what they need to be. We got to treat certain things in life the same way. Not people. We ain't trying to beat up nobody. Don't go nowhere and be like Karen said, beat me up. But we got to beat up the situations in our life that keep us with that victim mindset. I know a lot of people, when they decided that they were going to win, things in their life changed. Things in their view sight changed. Because if you're winning, you're not looking at things in the same way. Like, I'm not looking at the homeless man as an obstacle because I'm looking to step over them. I'm looking to see how I could be a help. People and icons. Somebody was sharing quotes from Maya Angelou. I call her Angelou because I just like saying it that way. So that's your business, tomato, whatever. Yes, sis, speaking things into existence. If you say that somebody is out to get me, I ain't going to say that they really out to get you, but you will create a universe where you're right. Every day you get the chance to be right about the things that you say about yourself, about the things that you believe about yourself. Morning, cousin. Love you. Every day we get the chance to say, is today going to be a better? So today, 18 months ago, I moved here to North Carolina. It took me 18 months to get a new bed. Anyway, it's a long story. None of y'all business anyway. But with all of that, it had to take some time. So I had some things that I mentioned, and they upset me, and Jersey was about to show up, and I was like, ooh, time out. If you can't put your own self in time out, get somewhere. You got to put your own self in time out, because if you know you better than anybody else. And so, be like, you know what? Excuse me. I'm going to need to go over here and sit down for a minute because something is going on. And I'm not going to be able to handle this. So daddy called me. He waited till 7. Hallelujah. He waited till 7. But look. So I got to tell, good morning, sis. I love you. Mwah, 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 mwah. Ayana, I love you. Tamara, thank you for being on here with me too. I always be scared to say your name because I'm like, I'm going to say it wrong. But there you go. I'm transparent. You know what I'm thinking most of the time. People around me, and they be like, did she just say that? Now, I got a filter. I know how to act, all of that stuff. But there are times when people don't want transparency. They don't want things to change. They don't want things to be any different. They don't want any of that. They just want it to be status quo. Well, If you want it to be status quo, chances are a relationship with me is going to be very difficult with you. It's going to feel crazy because I believe that I am a victor. I'm not a victim. Even when things happen around me, I don't pick up the banner and say they're happening to me. It's happening around me. So, oh, okay, these kids acting crazy right now. Let me figure out what it is. Oh, that 5 pounds found me. Let me move out the way. And sometimes moving out the way really does do it that way, because that's how that exercise thing works. Dawn, thank you for the encouragement. I'm going to get back in that gym. Why? Because you doing it. You inspiring me as well. And give hugs and kisses to Anaya. Love my family. I love my family. Look, but some of them get on my nerves, and Dawn already know. We could talk for hours, be like, what is wrong with so-and-so? And sometimes it's because they got a victim mentality. Usually with victim mentality also comes blinders. So that's a benefit of victim mentality. You get blinders. You don't have to worry about what's going on in other people's lives. You don't have to be empathetic about those who might be going through hardships as well. Benefits to being a victim. Okay. So now we talked about all of that. We talked about no accountability, no responsibility. You don't have to worry about any of that. But then here's on the other side. If you're a victor, chances are you're smiling more. People are happy to be around you. Success is a magnet to you because you change your attitude. Winning attitudes attract success. Look, I got people who I follow all the time, and I'm looking at their videos and I want to know what it is that they're doing, because it's not so much that I'm aspiring for their success, because I can't maintain anybody's success except my own. I know how to do what I do. I've been in my industry for 20 years. You ask me something about that industry, I got something to tell you. I've been a mother almost 30 years. Whew, Father, look, God is amazing. We made it. We survived. My daughter will be 30 next year. I have no idea from the beginning till now how we got there. 30 years. But if 30 years of experience doesn't make me an expert in mothering, look, not everybody's kids. I'm an expert at mothering my kids. So when they come at me, no, I know you. But now here comes the challenge. The people that I meet every day, and I tell them, look, my 5 kids prepared me for anything that the world could ever throw at me. I survived them. Your attitude? Clearly you don't know Danielle. That's all I could say. Yes, sis, you already know. Like, my god sister is on here, and you know, I be nice to her because she know the secrets. Shh. But I know she won't tell. Why? Because I know her secrets too. Anyway, no threatening on here. But we've been through some things, and God has been amazing, and now we get to live different lives. You know, if we decide we want to go somewhere today, then we going somewhere today. If we decide, hey girl, what you doing? Okay, all right, yeah, you rolling through? All right, good, all right, no problem. We have that freedom. But that freedom came with a cost. And so we had to move away from that victim mentality. So I tell my story because I'm not ashamed of it, but there's certain parts of my story that I know y'all ain't ready for. So then I get to call my god sister and be like, girl, you know, this is what's going on. And she understands a little bit more than the rest of you, because when I say I was 15 when I got pregnant, that's how we get 30 years in this, that y'all ain't ready for that. You know, when I say the multiple pregnancies and the challenges that I had, when I say about the failed relationships and the people who came and left, when I even say, you know, oh, well, there's one baby daddy because God knew, I couldn't handle that with more than one person. I barely handled him, Father. But God bless all y'all where your testimony is yours. So here's where we get to the difference. For us to become victors in our life, one, believe in something. I love Jesus. I love Jesus. And yes, all of that, you gotta take responsibility for your decisions. This is how you become a victor. This is how you become a victor. Because if I say, well, this man did this to me, you know, and he left me with these kids. First of all, he did not leave me. And I tell people, because people will always say to me, I can't believe that man left you with them kids. See, here's the deal. I brought my youngest son home and I was like, life got to be different. And I really was battling with depression. This was 20 something years ago, November. I had so much coming at me. And I made a decision on that day. It was actually November 14th, 1994, that I decided that I no longer wanted to be considered a victim. And I packed up my stuff, packed up my babies, moved to my mama's house. Almost died there because daddy crazy. But that's an Independence Day, for me, because it was a day that I made the decision where there was nowhere lower. 5 kids, had to leave and technically be homeless to start over. But I made a decision for my life that the man that I had chosen, my choice, had nothing to do with him, was not ready to live the life that I wanted to live. And so I went on another direction. Packed up all my kids. They were my moving men. They were my counselors. They were my, my Josh. Look, if you get the benefit to get a hug from Josh, he don't give him out like he used to. But look, that was my dude. Be like, that's my mommy need a hug. And he will hug me. Look. Yeah, he get a lot of stuff now because he kept his mama together with those arms just to be able to be there. I've been blessed with some amazing children, but I've also been blessed with some of the most peculiar, unique personalities that one family could have under one roof. I am mother to 5 of the most individual, thinking, entitled, what else? Spoiled kids, and they're grown now, but we made it 30 years for almost one, and the rest of them all the way. Here's what I found along the way. You know that, and any parents, the people, the extra siblings that come in your house, it wasn't me. And I don't know who did it. It wasn't me. I don't know. They live in your house. Who else? Y'all know it's more of them. But look, there was always something that I taught my kids about being accountable. So my kids learned to not lie to me. And part of the not lying was this. I'm okay with the truth. I'm bothered by the lie. And so they kind of ran with that. And then when I told them to start lying to me, because certain things I shouldn't know as their parents, they was like, nah, they ain't. No, we don't lie to our mother. But the thing is this. When they lie, here was the prerequisite. It better be entertaining. I better be able to follow your story. And you better fill in all the holes. Because if you're going to be a liar, you better be the best liar that I know. So whatever you going to do, be the best at it. So they took that to heart. And some of their lies, they were really good. And I'd be like, wow. And I knew it was a lie, but I'd be like, this is so entertaining. And then what happened? Girl, what? Shut up. And then they did what? Yeah, I'm her. And that's what I told that salesman at the mattress store. I was like, you ain't got to, I'm her. Okay, you ain't gotta worry about nothing about that with me. I am her. But I told y'all a couple of years, I think I put it on a Facebook post a couple of years ago, that I'm working on the fruits of the spirit, gentleness, kindness, meekness, all of those things. They're in here. I just don't wear them every day. And so I try to put on my makeup so that I can make myself up to be more of the things that I need to be. But my strength is paid for. And so I say that to each of you, whatever your life choices are the sum of. That's not what you have to be today. So maybe in 2 weeks you could be a size smaller. Maybe in a month, you could, they got that stuff. You could lighten your skin, or we out in the sun. Some of us darker, some of us are lighter. Some of my friends is like, yeah, we know that North Carolina treating you, because every time I see you, you a shade more brown. Okay, I'll take it, I guess. It's a thing when we understand that we get to reinvent ourselves every day. Y'all know I be on here. Some days you see me with short hair. Some days you see me with long hair. I don't really like a lot of hair because hair is heavy and it hurts my neck and my head sometimes. So you won't usually see me with a lot of hair. And if you see me with a lot of hair, tomorrow you probably won't see me with that same hair. Long story. Anyway, moving into victory makes you a victor. Moving into victory doesn't mean that the battle is won. Doesn't mean that the success has already been attained. Moving into victory as a victor means the same thing. I'm going to give you an analogy. I love, my sister was like, you tell those stories like parables. She just encouraged me. I love her. Anyway, when the Olympics opens, we celebrate every country that comes into the Olympics. They haven't won a medal yet, but they've won battles. And so we celebrate the fact that they made it to the Olympics. At the end of the Olympics, we celebrate all of the victors. But everybody who shows up and waves their flag celebrates victory before the battle. Don't miss that. They celebrate the victory before the battle. We made it to the Olympics. That means we did some stuff. We endured some stuff. Time to celebrate. And I hear all kinds of stories about the Olympics. That's for young people because I ain't about all of that. But anyway, they celebrate before the battle. Why do we feel like we have to remain victims until the end of a thing? Today, we can celebrate today. We celebrate victory and become victors today. And then the rest makes its way. Look, I remember coming down here, and I tell you all this story because it's legit. I came down here and I was like, I really think North Carolina is the place and all of that. And I came down here and I'm one of those ones who I was like, my feet need to be on the soil. I need to walk on the pavement. I need to see if I see myself here. And I came down here and one of my girlfriends was like, she called me out of the blue like 2 days before I was leaving. Girl, what you doing? Girl, you ain't gonna never believe I'm being your area. I ain't tell nobody what I was doing. I wanted this to be a personal thing. I came down here, and she took me everywhere. We went all around the world. And anytime she calls, she needs something. You better believe she getting it. Because I'm loyal like that. Maybe I know that everybody is not, and probably loyal to a fault, but I know that I'm blessed because of my loyalty and faithfulness to people in my life. But when it came down to it, I was like, yeah, Lord, I feel this. Like, this is a spot for me. And then I went home and we did some things and I got back to work, and this job that I have now, the email for the posting was in my mailbox. It found me. It found me because I said, I want to move, but I'm going to need a job to get there, because I said, I want more, but I don't know what the next step is. Be okay with not knowing what the next step is. I got some things, and sometimes you got to call somebody. Hello, Dr. So-and-so. I'm interested in this particular thing, and I want to know some things. When I started my master's degree program, I had a series of lunches with people who had gone through the master's degree program. And I was like, now tell me, how did you do it? What's your tips and tricks? If you were doing this again, what would you do differently? And I took that serious. I went with like 4 people, and they were either completing it, already in it, or about to do it. And so, like my girlfriend Caroline, like she was about to do it. I know a couple of people who we were all employees. And so I was like, well, I want to talk to so-and-so. And each one would be like, when I'd be like, is there anybody you would recommend me to, talk and ask more questions to? And they'd be like, talk to Carol, talk to Mary, talk to Lisa, look. And I talked to them. I followed the good advice that I got from people. They weren't even mentors. They were peers at that particular point, but they were on the road that I was ready to take a track on. And I needed to know a little bit more about the direction. So it all worked out well. I talked to them and they was like, look, don't take this class. If you take this class, take it with that professor. This one gonna kick your butt. So make sure you got enough time to do the work. Those type of things, they seem little. But look, moving from victim to victor, as we speak those things into existence to say, today is going to be great. Today is going to be marvelous. Today is wonderful. I will win. There are certain people who don't know how to do that. There's certain people who don't want to do that. There are certain people who don't understand the benefits that come with being a victor versus a victim. Because with accountability comes freedom. With responsibility comes knowledge. There are a lot of different things that we have to understand that as we are taking responsibility and accountability and, we're being smart about our choices, we win. We win because of good choices. We obtain favor because usually with those good choices, we're being faithful. Integrity is high. People are able to say good things about us. And I understand that not everybody has something good to say about me. And you may experience the same thing. Everybody may not have something good to say about you, but even your naysayers help you get to the next level. We're not all motivated in the same way. If somebody come for me, I know for sure I usually have to put myself in timeout, and then that timeout becomes the prayer closet, and in the prayer closet be like, Holy Ghost, can I get out now? I think I'm gonna act right. And then I go back and I'm like, okay, let's get a level of understanding. Because here's the situation. I know that I have a strong personality, and sometimes that people may seem the wrong way. But if you get to know me, understand this. People who are around me, it becomes my responsibility to ensure that you win. To me, it's simple. So tell me what it is that you want. What are your aspirations? What are you here for? What do you want to do? Is there something that you're trying to do? Well, I'm trying to run my business. All right. Well, give me some stuff so I can share. I got a few friends and I know they'd be interested in maybe buying what you're selling or following you in a particular way or just supporting your event, whatever it is, or just supporting your lifestyle change, whatever you're doing. I'm going to try to send words of encouragement to you. I'm going to try to, push forward with the things that are there. But I can't do the work for you. So victory comes to create you as a victor, but I can only help you do the work. I can't do the work for you. If you're looking for somebody to do the work, like I went to a meeting and it was like a group and they was like, well, we trying to revitalize. I said, well, look, let me tell you something right now. If you're looking for somebody to chair something, I'm not her. Let me tell you who I am. If you got somebody for me to work with, or we got a committee of people and I could collaborate with some folks, I'm her. Hand raised. We will get some stuff done. In this season, I can't be in charge of certain things. There are certain things that I could be in charge of. I could be the face for, or all of that stuff. Come on, brother. You already know Eclectic Shades Magazine. Look, my brother is amazing. One of these days, we going to get on the live together and I'm going to tell you about the entire story about how I met my brother Ivan. And I love him. I love him. But when I first met him, he married one of my best friends. And I was like, who is this dude? And then God showed me just an amazing person, the perfect fit for my friend. And I just love him for loving her. You ever have those people in your life that you just love them for loving the people that you love, and then you fall more in love with them? I love him. But look, he's amazing. He is dope. He is a photographer, a magazineer. What do you say? Magazine owner. I don't know what the right word. I don't know how to pronounce that, but talented, God-fearing man. I love him. Anyway, okay. You never know what God is going to show you when he puts people in your life. And so, Mr. and Mrs. Miller, like, they've blessed me in ways that they have little idea, because I usually tell them, be like, let me tell you this. Look, when it came down to making decisions of me being a victim, I could have stayed where I was and be like, and not take responsibility for the sum of the decisions that I made. Me being a single mother of 5 children, that was the sum of decisions that I made, because I either would sit and wait for the person that had fathered my children, or I would go on in a direction that would lead me to more of what I wanted. It was a choice. It wasn't, and I get it, all the statistics and everything that comes from that. He didn't leave me. I left him right where he was. I'm going to leave that right there. Sometimes you got to leave people right where they are. And if they want to catch up, that's fine. If you want to look back for them, that's your choice. Every now and then we used to go around and, I got 5 kids. So it'd be like, okay, stop. Kid count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And sometimes it wouldn't be 5, but that's a whole nother live. We're not even going there. Kid count, because I need to know, where's everybody? What's the status of everybody? Are y'all still here? Did somebody dip off? Lamont, the youngest, yeah, he used to dip off all the time and be like, and he'll go to a store manager and be like, my mother is lost. My mother is lost. Not that I took my bad tail into some store while we was walking down the mall and we supposed to be going to get ice cream, but I decided I wanted a toy at a Gymboree. Anyway, That's it. And so sometimes people are intimidated by your success. So what? They don't know what it costs you. And I wear that. And sometimes I think I wear it a little bit too loudly, so I try to turn it down. Y'all don't know what this life that I live costs me. And I say that in the everyday sense, especially these folks here in North Carolina. They don't know nothing about me. They don't know anything about me. Well, a few of them, but anyway. Just because they don't know doesn't mean you have to relive every section of your life. Some people will put you in a box because they've only lived in a box. But what if we lived free? What if we live without the thought of we're going to lose? Like, I wake up this morning, I got up early and I was like, this don't always happen. I was like, okay, I'm ready for the day. What am I supposed to do? And then, I was late to come on this live, so I'm probably going to be late. Let me see what time it is. Okay, no, we on time. We all right. We all right. Okay. LaRonda, you already know. Being a victor, what's the benefits? It's not about a money thing. It's not about where you live. It's not about what church you go to. It's not about what car you drive. It's about what lives you impact. What lives do you impact? What lives do you impact? Sis, when that stuff happened and that person came for me, I started to list all of the stuff, and I had to call Kim, I had to call my twin sister and be like, look, I got to get this stuff out. Because if I don't tell it to you, I'm going to tell it to the wrong person, and because my ego is big. I have to get my ego under subjection every single day. Perhaps some of you can pray and the world changes for you and you stay that way. But every day, I'm like, all right, look, what would Jesus do? Would he speak in love and kindness? Are you speaking in love and kindness? Would he treat that business person that way? Are you treating that business person that way? Be like, but Lord, they coming for me. Look, I'm David when he met Goliath. Who is this uncircumcised Philistine? I'm her. I'm ready for the battle. But we got to understand, like, people who be like, because I had somebody who, I think they thought that I would fight. I'm cute. I don't fight. Fight and get your face. I don't fight. Now, look, I know how to battle, though. Because if you come for me, I'm just like, hello, yes, hello. We have a problem over here. Can someone come over here and take care of this issue? That's how I fight. Okay? I'm doing a phone call. I'm sending an email. I done already told all my social justice people, y'all know, I'm not marching nowhere in the heat. I'm not marching nowhere in the cold. So if you want me somewhere, it need to be between March and June and May. March and May, and then September to October. Outside of that, I'll write the letters, I'll make the sandwiches, I'll be in charge of the transportation directory, all of that. But I'm probably not going to march nowhere. So I'm social justice with specifications, that thing right there. Being a victor. Say good things about yourself. Say good things about the people around you, even the people you don't like. I know this is homework. Even the people that you don't like, find something. They have wonderful elbows. I know, okay, I'm about to start acting up. Because I tell my granddaughter, and so Melinda, I'm like, Melinda, you're so beautiful. I said, what do grandmommies do who don't have cute kids, who don't have cute grandkids? And I was like, what do they do? And she's like, what do they do, Mimi? I don't know. But everybody don't have cute kids. And then we say things like, oh, we're the precious baby. So I'm side-eyeing everybody who call my grandbabies precious. If you don't say that they handsome, if you don't say that they cute, if you don't say that they good looking, I'm side-eyeing you. All right, I said it already. Because we make some good looking kids. I wasn't looking for your validation, nor do I need to be timid and, shy back with my celebration of my grandbabies. Because grandmamas can do that. Especially since I'm a Mimi, we do that on the upper sense. Okay, back to the thing. Victor, you want freedom? You want a different life? 15, 20 years ago? Well, yeah, it's more than 20 years ago. 1994. Do the math, it's too early. I made a decision. I didn't know what that was going to cost me to say I wanted something better. I didn't know what it was going to cost me to say I think that life could be different. I went out there. I went out into the world And I still made mistakes, and I still did things wrong, and I still got people that is like, what was I thinking? Or I experienced loss in ways that I never expected. You know, when my mother passed away, that's still something that I deal with every day. And so when I get calls from people whose loved ones and close people have passed away, I come from a place of realness. When we talk, not at work either. I have a filter there, but you get the real me. I am a genuine person. I don't love everybody. I know you ain't expect to hear me say that, but I'm learning how to love more people. And I say that on here often. I don't love everybody because that's just not my testimony. But the more that I know that I've got to be more like Jesus. You don't like Jesus. You don't love God. What's wrong with you? I know that it's a thing that I've got to learn how to love more people, because that allows me to celebrate victory with more people. Because I always have an opportunity to be like, well, how did you get here? You know, what was your track into here? And I tell people I've been in my industry, nonprofit management, for 20 years, but I started as a data entry clerk. Yeah, now I'm a director. It's something for everybody. You know what your track is. Maybe you're a cook. Maybe you are an entrepreneur. I don't really like entrepreneurs. Like, a lot of work, and like, it's a lot of work. That's all I can say. And some days I'll be like, I don't want to do that. But then I know that I have to support other people, and I got to support you all, and you all support me, you know. Encourage your encouragers, because sometimes when we pour out and there's nobody pouring that back into us, we become empty. And what happens when we become empty is that then we can inspire and uplift other people. And so all of our lives are connected. We see that more now than ever with social media. But being a victor starts up here. Being a victor starts in your heart. Being a victor starts with the words that you speak. If you speak the word, like literally, there's a parable in the Bible that talks, actually it's a story where the centurion comes to Jesus, and he's like, look, I got some sick people at my house. And he's like, well, come on, take me. He's like, I don't need you to take me. If you just speak the word, I know that they'll be made whole. So sometimes we got to take that in our own lives. Speak the words. Like, I call myself an author because I'm authoring a book. I call myself an entrepreneur because it's what I do. I call myself a business owner because I own a business. You know, it's these things. But I say these things about me. You know, I'm fabulous. I'm wonderful. One, so that I don't have to buckle down for the first man to come by and be like, ooh, you cute. Thank you. My efforts have been successful because I was not going to leave my house before I was cute. But I appreciate you for noticing. Probably, I don't know if that's the right attitude or not, but I don't buckle to be like, he said I was beautiful. Oh, my goodness. I'm not her. It's a thing. We want to be victors in our lives. And look, sometimes we got to call out those small foxes. And I love it because I saw my sister, Megan King, and she preached on Sunday in reference to the small foxes and how they're spoilers. And so those small foxes become, you say things about yourself. I'm too big. I'm too small. I'm not this. I'm not enough. All right, that's fine. But now tomorrow you get to be something different. Tomorrow, actually, it's early. Hit the reset button, roll over on the other side of the bed. If you rolled out on the wrong side of the bed, and train your mind. It becomes a training. It used to take a long time when somebody would say something about me and I'd be like, they don't like me. What is it? I don't understand. Why? Now it's like, oh, you don't like me? Oh, I must be effective in making change happen in your life. And I make you feel uncomfortable. Because I say this, if we've got problems in our lives and we could say Karen is the problem, it usually means that I represent what's the real problem and I'm technically not the problem. That's not me being, just the thought of like, oh no, well, some of it is miss me with that. Because we can come to an agreement about just about anything. I am a negotiator. I'm a person who does that. If you don't have that skill, find people around you who you can glean off of. That's the thing. Like my team, I love it at work that we got the right mix. We got the right mix on my team. And so I'm blessed to have the people on my team, all of them, because there's certain people who will call us out and be like, y'all ain't doing that right. I'll be like, first of all, okay, maybe not like that, but we get to get that feedback and try to be better, not just be better for them, but be better to them. And understanding the support that they give to us, we get to give back to them. So it's a whole bunch of different things. You're going to be a victor or a victim today. It's a choice. The choice is yours. Your mindset being changed starts from what you think in your mind, but it also is affected by the words you allow to come out of your mouth. And your body is affected by what you think. Your body is affected by what you say. So if you want to live long and prosper, literally think about those things that make you live long. Let me see. Live long and prosper. That's the only way that's going to happen. Oh, shucks. Live long and prosper. I've been on here too long because I know when I start getting goofy, that means that I'm off tangent. I love you all. We don't have to live life as victims. We get to live a victorious life. We get to live a life that, even if not today, claim victory for your life, because maybe those kids are driving you crazy. Maybe you're limited because of your personal situations, but you can make baby steps that will create opportunities for you to plant seeds that will grow into things. The lessons that I taught my kids 15, 20 years ago, some of those things they're just walking into now. They did not understand them. They thought I was nuts and crazy. And now they're living out the very words that I spoke to them. And I continue to speak greatness in the lives of my children, even when they whack. I said it. They be whack sometimes. They just get on my nerves. Anyway, but I love them and I support them in the lives that they choose to live, because the reason for my hard work, the reason for me mothering, and some of them don't believe that I've made sacrifices, and you know what I say to them? You wait. Because for everything that you thought was a choice for me and not a sacrifice, those same choices will come to you in a way for you to understand. Michael! Okay, I'm going to act right. Look. Michael is my adopted nephew because I said so. That's all I'm going to say for that. And God spared his life. And I've seen greatness in him from the first day that I met him. I love you. Yes, I love your mother. I love that God allowed our lives to come together, because I know where it started. And now look at you, grown man, daddy. Oh, okay, I'm going to get emotional. I love you for real. Know one thing. You don't see my face all the time, but I'm praying for you, Michael, all the time. You, my adopted nephew, I love him. We're getting off of here. You the victim or the victor? Look, because Mike was in a car accident a few weeks ago. And he could literally be like, I'm a victim. But not only did God spare his life, we're believing for restoration. We're believing for things to just be able to be shown to him in a miraculous way. Each of us have a testimony. I mean, and that car is jacked up. Total. You know what it take to total a car? Yeah, that's it. But I love him. I love all of his siblings. Love his entire family, and how God just renews love in their family. Yeah, those are some heart people right there. We don't have to be victim. We get to be victorious. My choice is to be victorious in Christ. If that's not your choice, you let me know if it worked for you. This is what works for me. You know, it's like we share the good news. We share what it is. That is my choice. I know I've got friends on my timeline and feed who are of every religion. Some religions I ain't never even heard of. But y'all in it. And God bless y'all. Because that's the reason why I fought so hard for my children. For them to be able to live the life that they want to live. Now, I got something to say, but I don't have a say so. I don't direct how they're going to live their lives. But if I see something I don't like, I'll be like, I saw so-and-so and so, and I was just wondering, all of that stuff. And they'd be like, oh my goodness, here she go again. I love y'all. I'm trying to be better. I just want to encourage you all to try to be better as well. Encourage somebody around you. Show love. If they don't receive it, that's not your business. Show love. That's it. That's the assignment. Show love. If they don't receive it, if their hearts are in a place of being bruised and hurt people. So when you see somebody who's trying to hurt somebody, you understand that they need another slab of love. They need some more empathy. They need some additional, and while I'm doing this, don't be slapping them upside the head. A soft touch. And look, this is a word for me first. I'm going to use a softer touch today. Hopefully we'll agree to disagree with the folks who want to disagree with me. But because I already know that I win, Yeah, you got nothing to lose. What would you do if you knew you had nothing to lose? Why? Because I already lost a whole bunch of stuff that I thought was valuable. Don't sweat the small stuff, all of that. Harold! Are you working on another album? Okay, I'm sorry. That just came out of nowhere. I'm sorry. Love you, Harold. You know it. Yeah. Miss seeing your face. I hope all is well with you and the family. Send us pictures of your green grass, because that reminds me, retirement is happening one day. That's another reward of being a victor. Look, you be victorious for like 20, 30 years. Your job is say you get to retire and go sit down somewhere. Although Harold don't sit down nowhere, but he's on that bicycle. When I grow up, I'll ride a bike outside. All right, that was a complete entire lie. But I will watch you ride the bike until clearly I'm never going to grow up, And then we used to sing this song. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. What are we supposed to sing now that Toys R Us is gone? Okay, we're going to wait for somebody else to do that. I'm going to work. Haven't even had anything to do. This is me before coffee. Y'all understand what these people have to deal with every day when I go to work. You should be praying for them daily. Not just for the blessings, but they have to endure me for 8 hours. So I'm on my way. Hopefully you all are where you need to go. I know everybody came in and out. As your time comes, if you need to watch it again, do that, share, do all of those things. Look, we get to be victorious, but it's a choice. What are you deciding today? Love y'all. Have a good one.